In my Finder program, Lot Flipper, one of my students found me a buildable lot with seller financing that I'm gonna buy, but when it came down to structuring the loan terms with the seller, I had 3 different options. So in this video, I'm gonna break down those different options and show you how I used AI to help me determine the best option for this deal and how you can do the same when structuring creative deals. By the way, if you don't know me, I'm Jerry Norton. I make millions of dollars a year wholesaling and flipping houses. And here on my YouTube channel, I show you how to do the same. So if you want to be a flipping genius like me and live your dream life, subscribe to my channel and watch my videos. This property was listed with an agent for $100,000 and the seller accepted our offer of $90,000 on seller financing with only 10% down. That means at closing, I pay $9,000 as a down payment and the seller finances the remaining $81,000. Now I'll explain the rest of the terms in a second, but to put the purchase price in perspective, similar lots in the same neighborhood have recently sold for around $90,000 to $100,000. So I'm not really getting a discount on the purchase, but it's okay because the seller is willing to carry or finance the majority of the purchase. As a comparison, if I were to pay cash, I would probably need to be around $65,000 or $70,000. The reason cash has to be a big discount is because cash has a high opportunity cost, even if it's not my cash. What I mean by that is if I use cash to buy this property, then I'm not using that cash to buy something else that might give a better return. A simple way to think about it is cash always competes with other opportunities. So wherever you park that cash, it better be a big discount. But again, because I'm buying this deal with little down, I'm willing to pay a lot more for the deal. By the way, one of the reasons why I love creative deal structures, if done correctly, is both the seller and the buyer benefit more than a typical cash transaction. That's how you know you've put together a truly amazing deal, when both parties mutually benefit. So with $90,000 as the purchase with 10% down, the seller agreed to finance the remaining $81,000 at 6% interest. But the caveat is he only wanted to carry the loan for 3 years. That means after 3 years, whatever the remaining balance is left on the loan would be due in full. And this is where things get tricky because there are 3 different ways to structure this loan. Option 1 is a 3-year loan. Option 2 is a 30-year loan with a 3-year balloon. And option 3 is an interest-only loan with a 3-year balloon. Now don't worry, I'm going to explain each of those options, but the question is, how do I determine which is the best option? This is where AI can really be useful. Using ChatGPT, I'm going to show you how to calculate the different payments and how to determine the best option depending on your exit strategy. Let's start with option 1, which is what the seller proposed, and that is a 3-year loan. That means the $81,000 loan would be amortized over 3 years. In real estate, amortization is simply the process of paying off a loan over a specified time in monthly installment payments of principal and interest. So a 3-year amortization means you would make monthly payments so that the loan is paid off in full in 36 months. Okay, so how do we calculate the monthly payment and total interest paid over the 3-year loan? It's really easy using AI. Just go to ChatGPT and type in, "Hello, can you please help me calculate monthly payments on a real estate loan?" Now, I'm always polite to AI because I've seen Terminator and The Matrix, and I'm hoping that when robots take over the world, they'll remember that I was nice to them. Anyways, ChatGPT says it can help, and all it needs is the loan amount, interest rate, and length of loan. So I'm going to type in, "Thank you, the loan is $81,000, interest rate is fixed at 6% APR, and the loan term is 3 years. So then ChatGPT responds and explains how it figured it out, and the monthly payments come to $2,464. Next, let's find out how much interest we'd end up paying. To do this first, let's ask ChatGPT to give us the 3-year amortization schedule starting August 1, 2023. Now that shows how much each payment gets applied to principal and how much is applied to interest. So I'll type, "Thank you, according to this schedule, what is the total interest paid over the 3-year loan?" So ChatGPT will add up all the interest and it looks like the answer is $7,710. So with option 1, the good news is you'd pay off the loan quickly and you'd own the property free and clear in 3 years and you'd pay minimal in total interest. The bad news is your monthly payment is really high at $2,464 a month. For a non-income producing vacant lot, this may not be a good idea unless you can stomach the high payments or your exit is further out than 3 years and paying it off in full is beneficial. The second option is to amortize the loan over 30 years like a traditional loan with a 3-year balloon. Now, a balloon just means the balance is due in full after 3 years. So going back to ChatGPT, I'm gonna type in, if the loan amount is $81,000, annual interest rate is 6%, payment interval is monthly, number of years the payment is based on is 30 years, the term of the balloon payment is 3 years, what is the monthly payment, the balloon payment at the end of the 3 years, and the total interest paid during the first 3 years? And it looks like the answer is $485 monthly for the next 3 years. The balloon payment at the end of the 3 years is $78,313, and the total interest paid is $14,310. So this may be a good option if you have a clear strategy to exit the deal within the 3 years, because remember, even though the loan is amortized over 30 years, the balance is due in full after 3 years. This deal I'm using as a case study is a good example. I like to buy vacant lots on creative with minimum 3-year terms, so I have plenty of time to build and flip a new construction house before the balloon is due. In fact, I'll pay you a finder fee for vacant lots that meet my criteria. To learn more, go to findlotsgetpaid.com to register for a free training to get all the details. Now, the third option is to not amortize at all and just pay interest-only payments. This is easy to figure out. Just type in your calculator 81,000 times 6% to get your annual interest of $4,860. Divide that by 12 to get your monthly interest-only payments of $405. Multiply 405 by 36 months to get your total interest paid in 3 years, which is $14,580. And since you aren't paying any principal, the full loan amount of $81,000 is due at the end of 3 years. So let's look at all three options again side by side and then talk about them. With a loan of $81,000 at 6% interest, option 1 is a 3-year amortization. You would pay $2,464 monthly and pay off the loan in full in 3 years, and you'd pay a total of $7,710 in interest. Option 2 is a 30-year amortization with a 3-year balloon. The monthly payment would only be $485, and after 3 years, you'd have paid a total of $14,310 in interest and still owe $78,313 on the balance of the loan. And option 3 is interest-only loan with a 3-year balloon. The monthly payment would be the cheapest at $405 per month. You'd pay $14,580 in total interest, and you would still owe $81,000 at the end of 3 years. Okay, so of these three options, which would you choose and why? Pause this video and leave a comment below and let me know. I hope you answered that it depends on your exit strategy. If my goal is to exit the deal quickly, then option 3 is the best choice because a lower monthly payment is more important than paying down principal. If my goal is to hold the deal more than 3 years and I can stomach a high payment, option 1 is the best choice because I'll pay it off in full and pay the lowest amount of total interest. Option 2 might be a good move if I plan on holding the property longer than 3 years, but I have a clear plan to pay off the balance owed at the end of 3 years, such as a refinance or maybe with private money. For me, I chose option 3 because I plan on exiting the deal as quickly as possible. Now, if you found this breakdown helpful, leave a comment and say, thanks, Jerry, you are a flipping genius. And if you'd like to do more creative financing deals, be sure to get my creative financing hacks guide. I'll give it to you for free. Just go to creativefinancinghacks.com. Next, be sure to watch this next video where I break down how to wholesale creative financing deals, and I'll see you on the next video.